I'm not here right now to make myself look like I want all the attention in the world right now. I'm not here to make you guys think that I want to kill myself or anything, because that's not how it is. I'm not here to make you guys pity me or anything. I'm here to tell you guys that I'm here to I'm here to help you at the same time as I am myself upset. And but sometimes helping other people helps me too. And I'm here to relate to you because if I don't I have an issue where I feel jealous or envious sometimes of people, and been trying to fix that by helping other people, but that's not my main problem right now. It's a lot of other things, but I still need improvements. Have you guys ever felt like you were stuck in the cycle of things you already were tired of, like as if you've seen everything in the world already? You've seen everything once before, not deja vu, but just like you're tired of everything and everyone, and you've wanted to see more. You don't have to want to die, you just want to see more. You want to see something different for once. Sure, you might be amazed in things, but sometimes those things just wear off really quickly, and then you don't feel like you don't feel like a human. You feel like an odd soul out of everybody else, and then you're just stuck there because you've probably already seen everything before. So it's like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for that something you want to be amazed by, but you never get to it. You never see it, and then you just grow impatient by it. Because you told you told yourself, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of everything, everyone. I don't want to be here right now. I don't want to see this anymore. And it's optional if you want to die or you want to stay alive, but at the same time, you are still in pain. You are still experiencing everything before, and you can't get out of it. This mostly happens when you're sad. You don't, when you're sad, you go through everything again and again and again, and just feels like you're tired in general. You don't have to You don't have to have insomnia or anything. You don't have to you don't have to do anything to make yourself physically tired. You could just be tired in general, and you could just never get out of it. It's like it's like you're like 25 and you have like so much progress in your life and you're happy with it, and you just become 4 again and you have to go through everything over again. And when you try to improve on yourself, it's like really hard because all of those things you've left behind, you have so much to catch up on, so much to take in, and then you tell yourself it's your fault because you haven't done that from the beginning. You haven't held yourself up until that moment where you wanted a change in your life. You haven't done anything, and then you're just like, this is too much. I shouldn't have done this. Now I can't do this anymore. I can't go on anymore because if I don't do something from the start, it's gonna be too hard later. I shouldn't have procrastinated. I just shouldn't have any of this. And you just give up right then and there. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And when you want to talk to someone about it, it just doesn't come out right. I know I'm saying this like I'm reading this off a script or I'm perfect or anything, but sometimes words come better. when I'm sad. But I know what I'm saying is confusing, and it really is, but I'm not trying to make someone understand how I'm feeling. I'm trying to help you guys. And things are tough when you want to give up because you haven't held yourself up from the beginning. You constantly try to find ways to make it look like it's someone else's fault. Somewhere in the middle, you try to make it look like it's someone else's fault. And then at the end, or where you might think it's the end, you're like, I was so in denial, and everything is my fault. Everything I've done, it is my fault. I don't know why I would think it's someone else's fault. I don't know. I would just go escape like that, if I'm using that word right. And you're just like, I have no value to this world anymore. I don't belong here. I just don't belong anywhere. I don't have a special spot in this world like everyone does. Why did I have to be the one in 4 trillion chances that I had to be born? That's actually scientifically true, I think. And why did I have to be like this? Well, to be honest, it might be someone else's fault. You don't have to be like this. It takes a lot of work to not care. It takes a lot of work to be sad. It takes a lot of work to bring yourself down. And we all know that we all don't like to do a lot of work. We don't like to be sad. We don't like to be upset. We don't like to be mad. We don't like to be depressed. And it could just be something small you haven't realized all your life. It could be a family member. It could have been things you've done. It could be your fault, but you'd probably have to be a really bad, or you'd have to have a really good explanation. Like, I don't know. But if you don't, if you aren't a bad person, or you don't have, like, a medical excuse or something, then it would be hard for everyone to understand, because you just let yourself down. From the start, you feel like you haven't had any confidence. But for most people, in the beginning, they have a lot of confidence. When you're like 6, you're really happy and confident about yourself. You go on about your day, and then and as you grow up, you're like, what was I doing? That was so stupid. I don't know why I would do that. I made such a bad decision, and it's you didn't you didn't do any of that at all. It's the little things that were in your way the whole time that aren't your fault. They can be partially your fault for not helping yourself then and there, but it's someone else's fault. It's something else's fault for even being in your way. And I know we're all thinking, why can't everyone just be nicer? Why can't everyone just leave us alone? Why can't they just go on about their day and mind their own business while they they are they like to see other people in pain. They like to see what people would do if they weren't so confident about themselves, and what they would do if they weren't here at all. People like to push other people to the point where they don't want to be here. That's why so many people die. They don't want to go on. They don't have any confidence. It could just be someone leaving. It could just be someone bothering you. It could just be a thought. A thought in your head. Sometimes people will say things like, people will leave you trying to explain why. People will leave you trying to explain why you do you do anything the way you do. They make you explain yourself, and then when you can't, you try to change yourself. You try to be like them because you want to, because the majority of people who are confident in themselves go and make other people feel bad to make them feel more confident about themselves. Or maybe they don't feel confident enough, they have a big group of friends that help them, but don't say anything. So they try to help them and make other people feel bad to make them feel good about themselves. But that never works. That only makes people sad, and I don't understand. No one understands why the people like that. No one understands why people like to see other people in pain. How does that solve any of your problems? Does it make you feel strong that you made someone cry? Is it like an achievement in your head? Like, yes, I made someone cry, or I made someone cry. They're so stupid because I'm so weak and I can't believe I did that. So they keep going. They have issues too. But we all just think that they're that they were born giving the instinct to kill people inside and just be that way, but on the inside they're just like you. We're all pretty much the same, sort of. They have their own issues, we have our own issues. Some of us can't explain why. We're left thinking that some of us die thinking that they were so mean. I can't I can't defend myself with them in my way. They've been bothering me all my life. They gave me depression, but at the same time that they're doing that, they're like you. They have their own problems they can't explain to you. I'm not trying to defend them because they are doing something wrong. They are getting in your way. They are bringing you down, which shouldn't have bothered you, but they are still humans. They are still people with problems. They're not trying to be mean just to be popular, because in the end, popularity doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you happier about yourself. But being popular doesn't do anything. I'm like, it's only just a group of people. Being popular, like, let's say you're like you're like the most popular kid in high school, and but that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean you're friends with everybody. I mean, you could be, or they're not exactly your friend, but they respect you. People demand respect. That's what people get out of popularity. They get respect. They don't get friendship, because being friends means knowing somebody, helping them, sticking up for them, not making fun of them, or even playfully. It could really hurt. People will take things to another level. People will think of it a different way. People will decipher it a different way, and it will echo through their soul for a really long time, where it becomes a problem, where you become a problem to them, just because of one thing that you said. It is both of their faults. Both of those people, it's their fault. It's one person's fault for taking it in so much, and it's other person's fault for not being so sensitive. It's just people don't know how to communicate correctly, which makes everything just worse. This is why this is why the world is like this. We just can't communicate correctly because we're afraid. We're afraid of a lot of things. This is what makes us human. Being afraid makes us human, but if we could just get the courage, just a little courage to show everyone we're afraid of something, maybe we'd get along better. Maybe everything wouldn't be so bad. Maybe we'd just believe a little bit more in ourselves. Maybe the people, they don't have to be mean, but like, if they harass you or make you uncomfortable in any sort of way, they're not trying to be mean, but they are bothering you, then they're trying to be somebody else. They're trying to be someone else, and it's obvious. They want to be like somebody they're not. They want to change themselves, but they can't correctly. If you see somebody like that, maybe you should help them. I know it's a little hard because they've been bothering you for a long time, and you would say that you hate them. We don't really hate anybody. Come on. Maybe say something to them. Maybe you try to understand them a little bit more. Maybe just talk to them and things would be better. I mean, none of us here on earth none of us here on earth are fully confident in themselves. If everyone was confident in themselves, people would be mean. I'm not saying everybody who's confident in themselves is a mean person, but people who are narcissistic, they take it to another level and it brings them down, making them stay that kind of mean person. And it goes on forever until they're like, dang, I screwed up. I don't know what to do with my life. And they just eventually fade or go away. They disappear some sort of way. Maybe they die. Maybe they just go somewhere far, start their life over again. Maybe they just are. They just keep being bad people. And they can't explain anything because to everyone else it might not seem like a big deal. Because again, the things that bother you are the small things you might not know. And the small things to those people may seem even smaller to the people you're trying to explain it to. Maybe when I said someone might be playfully teasing you, it might echo through your head. You cry, you want to explain to somebody. When you explain to somebody, you say it's small, but it feels like a bigger issue to you. That person you're explaining to, they say you're pathetic. They bring you down even more. They make it look like you're just ill or mentally ill or something, because they are more confident in themselves, but they're not trying to help you. They're just being them. They're just being narcissistic, or maybe they just don't know how to relate to you in a sort of way. Maybe they're one of those people who are trying to change. Maybe they just are too afraid to let anybody else know that they're like that too. So, or maybe they think that you're playing with them. Everyone here on this earth who's narcissistic is making everyone else afraid. But those narcissistic people themselves are afraid. Everyone lives in a life of fear, but that doesn't mean you just have to give up right then and there, because you can, throughout your life, we were made on this earth together to help each other, but we're making it seem like we are here to defeat each other, to make each other look like they're lower than us or worse than us, because there's always one person who just wants to be on top. But the real reason, my theory, the real reason is that we're supposed to be here to help each other, because maybe some of us, I'm not saying that I'm trying to offend you, but maybe some of us don't believe in ourselves that much. Maybe they just feel worse about themselves. Maybe they, people with mental illnesses, or, like depression, or maybe they just are, maybe they have ADHD, or, some other, or maybe they're autistic or something. They they need help. Those are the people we should be helping. But instead, we bring them down in this earth. We bring them down on this planet. We were supposed to help each other. And throughout your lifetime, you're not supposed to get. You were born to this earth to give. But but whenever we do get something, because when you do give, you get. The person you're giving to, pretend you're that person, you're getting something. Some people take it too far and think about themselves all the time. You're not here to do that. You're supposed to return the favor. You're supposed to give to someone else, too. We're supposed to help each other. Everything would be better if we'd help each other, but no. Everything, just one person on this earth who could have been a long time ago. Someone from a long time ago. They just made everything worse. Not saying that they're the worst, just not saying that they're the worst person on earth. They just didn't understand. They just couldn't explain why they felt that way. So maybe what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that everyone has an explanation inside that they're too afraid to share. And you could be one of those people. All you really have to do is share. But don't share it to the person who's going to make fun of you. Share it to the person you know. The person you know, not the popular kids who say they'll be nice to you. Say it to the person you know. Say it to the friend that those popular kids didn't want you talking to. Say it to them. Say it to your friends. Your best friends, because they will understand. And off of that, you can grow your confidence back. And then you will be able to help everyone without being scared for yourself, too.